While millions of Americans plan their Sundays around kickoff times, wear jerseys like armor, and feel their pulse rise with every fourth quarter play, there's a quieter group sitting on the same couch who feels absolutely nothing. No rush, no heartbreak, no tribal pride, just neutrality. And if you're one of those people, you've probably felt the subtle pressure. The awkward silence when someone asks, "Did you see the game?" The polite smile when coworkers debate a call like it was a Supreme Court decision. The unspoken assumption that you're missing out on something essential. But what if you're not missing anything at all? What if your brain is simply wired to look for meaning, connection, and excitement somewhere else? For many Americans, sports are more than entertainment. They're ritual, their identity. Events like the Super Bowl aren't just games, they're cultural holidays. Entire cities pulse with collective emotion. When a team from the NFL or NBA wins a championship, strangers hug in the streets. Psychologists have long explained this through tribal psychology. Humans evolved in groups. Belonging meant survival. When modern fans say, "We won," their brains are doing something ancient and powerful, folding a team of strangers into their sense of self. Oxytocin, dopamine, adrenaline, the chemistry of bonding and anticipation lights up as if the outcome personally matters. But here's the part people don't talk about. Not everyone's brain responds to symbolic competition the same way. People who don't obsess over sports often show lower levels of tribal identification. That doesn't mean they lack loyalty or passion. It means their identity isn't easily outsourced to a group narrative. They don't instinctively divide the world into us and them over a scoreboard. Their sense of self tends to be more internally anchored. Instead of feeling elevated when their city wins, they look for achievement in things they directly influence. Their work, their relationships, their creativity, their ideas. There's also the dopamine factor. Sports are built on uncertainty. Every possession, every last-second shot, every overturned call delivers a surge of anticipation. That unpredictability is a powerful reward loop. The brain loves variable outcomes. It's the same psychological principle that keeps people refreshing their phones or pulling slot machine levers. For sports fans, the emotional highs and lows are part of the thrill. For non-sports people, that loop simply doesn't fire in the same way. Watching other people compete doesn't trigger the same reward circuitry. It's not that they're cold. It's that their brain is selective about what earns excitement. Interestingly, people who don't gravitate towards sports often score higher in traits like openness to experience. They're drawn to complexity, art, ideas, and nuance. While one person finds transcendence in a playoff comeback, another finds it in a novel that changes how they see the world, a piece of music that hits something deep, or a late-night conversation that stretches for hours. The emotional intensity is still there. It's just directed differently. Empathy isn't absent. It's allocated elsewhere. Instead of investing in athletes they'll never meet, they pour energy into personal connections or causes that feel tangible and reciprocal. There's also the question of meaning. Sports offer clean narratives. There are rules, time limits, winners, losers. Life rarely feels that orderly. For many fans, that structure is comforting. It's a contained drama with a clear ending. But for non-sports people, that same structure can feel arbitrary. Why attach your mood to something you can't control? Why let a game dictate your weekend? Their brains often crave agency. They'd rather participate than spectate. They want their effort to influence the outcome. That doesn't make them superior. It makes them wired for direct engagement instead of vicarious triumph. And let's be honest, sometimes not caring about sports comes from experience. Maybe you were the kid picked last in gym class. Maybe sports culture felt exclusive or overly aggressive. Maybe you simply never connected with it, and over time you built an identity around other interests. In a country where Friday night lights and Sunday tailgates can feel almost sacred, choosing not to participate can feel quietly rebellious. There's a certain independence in saying, "That's not my thing," and meaning it. What's fascinating is that neither side is wrong. Sports fans often display strong communal empathy and shared joy. Non-sports people often demonstrate steadier self-concepts, less tied to external wins and losses. One finds belonging through shared spectacle. The other finds fulfillment through personal immersion. Both are deeply human strategies for navigating a complicated world. If you're someone who doesn't obsess over sports, you're not broken. You're not boring. You're not missing a gene for excitement. Your brain simply prioritizes different stimuli. You might feel more alive building something than watching something. You might prefer conversations over competitions, creation over commentary. While others ride the emotional roller coaster of a season, you may be investing that same emotional bandwidth into your own story. So the next time you're at a party and the room erupts because of a last-second touchdown, and you're standing there holding a drink wondering why everyone is screaming, don't fake it. Notice what actually moves you. Notice what captures your attention without effort. That's your wiring. That's your compass. In a culture that often equates fandom with passion, choosing a different source of meaning is its own quiet strength. You're not sitting out of the game. You're just playing one that feels real to you.